During Special Olympics, I started playing basketball. I did everything that I could to be one of the best team players and diligently working and exercising. Playing basketball was fun, but when it comes to others who will not share and give others opportunities to score, then that is where it gets aggravating, especially when they are yelling and screaming at you. However, it was still great. I had some fun, but it's no fun being frustrated. I got my driver's learner's permit and driver's license the previous year, but my mother was still concerned about my driving. It was not something that she really that it was not something that she was really ready for. But her and I still shared the same faith in God, even though many years of struggling still gave her some concerns about my driving skills. Yet, I still proved that I could get my driver's license because it was God's will. When Easter 2001 was getting ready to approach, my weight was 80 pounds lighter than before. It was over 320 pounds, and my big clothes did not fit me anymore. I had to get some smaller clothes. I had some other small clothes that fit me very well before. However, I needed some even smaller clothes. Easter Sunday, I went to my church, but before then, I got angry and frustrated. My brother did not understand my reasons for why I wanted to go to church on Easter a, instead of going a long distance with my family. I had to I had to finally make my choice, and I felt that I made a good one. However, I did not make a good choice when I accidentally broke my brother's mirror out of anger. I did not even know that his mirror was even behind the door. I did go to church that Easter, but after service, I did not have a good rest of the day. I had to really spend some time with the Lord and, and learn more. I was reading God's word more, and I began to study and understand his will for my life. But I did not fully grasp on what my actual purpose was in life. After paying my tithes and offering and my bills, my house started to be blessed, and the office at my job expanded while I got my raise. As a result of the office expanding, I got more hours at my job. Finishing my spring 2001 courses, I was getting an A in my English class and C's in my math courses. I dropped my art class because it was too much going on. I was also getting a credit in my computer academic. However, there was a tiny incident in my English course that day that I believe caused a spiritual consequence. I was horse playing by knocking on the teacher's door for fun, thinking that after the teacher's attitude towards me went from negative to positive, she would find it funny. But she didn't. I was rebuked for that kind of behavior and felt convicted. Anyway, I ended up going down to a B in my English course as well as still getting C's in my math courses. There, I finished spring of 2001 and I started summer of 2001. Finally, I got started with my career course. It was the graphic design course, which used to be called print, but then changed to graphic communications. I started out frustrated with the computer and how things were going because I had attention deficit disorder. During the Special Olympics basketball games, before the summer games, we played against two teams. Of course, we as Pasadena needed to learn how to play as a team. We played against my old team from Santa Barbara. I cannot remember though if they were from Devereaux or Santa Barbara. I think it was Devereaux. Someone with Devereaux. Devereaux was in Santa Barbara. But we played against them and another team. I do believe we did win. However, I did not go to the summer games that year because I decided to go to Sacramento, California for the self advocacy conference. Since my devotion was with my church, I decided to choose one or the other. And I chose to go to conference instead of the Summer Games 2001, even though I could have done both. During During the summer courses of 2001, I took print and American institutions. I kept jogging and keeping up with my health. I lost 80 to 100 pounds of weight and I felt a lot better. My pastor gave me a key to the church and entrusted me to keep up with it as a groundskeeper. I could I could have I could have done anything there at the church, but God has taught me and encouraged me to practice self control. In the middle of the summer, my brother moved out and I got the whole place to myself. And I have been living on my own until now, except for a few weeks, which I will talk about in the next chapter. After he left, I started organizing my house and the things that my brother left behind for me. Since my brother was very thin and I had lost so much weight, I was able to fit into his clothes. I had a lot of other clothes that I had a lot of other clothes from my father that I could fit in to as well. Finally, I passed both of my summer 2001 courses with a C in print and an A in American institutions. At the end of that, during the last week of my summer class, I participated in VBS, Vacation Bible School, which was pretty fun. I felt like family during that time because we as a church were always learning about God's word and welcoming people, doing skits and praising God so that really helped me to learn more about who God is. Okay, so between September 1st, 2000 to August 31st, 2001, like Rocky 2, fall 2000, computer academics was credited. PE, known as physical education, I got an A. Print graphic design class, I got an A. And then another print class, uh, known as graphic design, I got an A. And in English, I got credited. So that was good. Being credited is good. And in the spring of 2001, English, I got a B. Math, the first third of the math course, I got a C. The second third was a C. And also the the third third was a C. And then computer academics was credited. So my GPA was really growing really well. And then in the summer of 2001, there's another print I took, which I got a C. And then American institutions, I got an A.